أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all my viewers, And then welcome back to our series on MTA Kids Time, in which we are dealing with the rulings or some of the statements of our beloved Master Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regard to our daily life and then how to achieve our purpose of creation. And then in our previous episode, we were talking about kindness towards the poor and the needy, and it's important, in which the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to find Allah, then try to meet him in the midst of the poor and the weak. That is very, very important. And also, we talk about the importance of neighborliness, how we should treat our neighbors. So if you were not able to watch it, please try to watch our previous episode. We have discussed about that, which is very important. So here, once again, they are here with us. In this episode, we will be talking about table manners and matters of dress. As I said, we discuss things here. Sometimes they are very, in fact, they are more important to the elders than even the children. But then it's very important for them to learn it at this particular time, so that well before they become matured, then they will be able to inculcate all these good morals and practice of our beloved Master Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So without wasting much time, we try to go straight into the recitation from the Holy Quran by Sister Aisha. Jaju, please give us the recitation. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر. Translation. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, by the heaven and the morning star. And what should make thee know what the morning star is? It is the star of piercing brightness. There is no soul but has a guardian over it. So let man consider from what he is created. He is created from a gushing fluid, which issues forth from between the lions and the breastbone. Surely he has the power to bring him back to life on the day when secrets shall be disclosed. Then he will have no strength and no helper.
On the day when secrets shall be disclosed, then he will have no helper. That's a very scary day, right? Day when all your secret, every single action that you have done here on this earth will be unfolded, and it will be revealed in your presence, and you will see how your life was. If, unfortunately, if you are somebody whose mizan, whose weight is smaller, when it comes to good weight is smaller, then wala nasir, you have no helper. We pray to God, to Almighty Allah, to act upon the commandment of Allah Almighty and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that we can have a very heavy weight, so that on that particular day Allah will be our Mawla, our helper. So that's very, very important. So thank you very much. Without wasting much time, we just start to delve on the topic. As we said, we are talking about table manners and then matters of dress. These are also a teaching that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has talked about in length we should try to adopt how he normally do it, how he used to do it with his companion, and then we should also try to dress in a way that the Holy Prophet ﷺ advised. And then in everything, we praise Allah Almighty. As a Muslim, wherever you are, you should praise Allah Almighty. You should thank Him, and you should be grateful to Allah Almighty. This is the teaching of the Holy Quran. So therefore, we start with a hadith. The Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in one of his hadiths, he said, Ya ghulam, sammillaha wa kul biyaminika wa kul biyaminika wa kul mimma yalika. He said, O child, eat with your right hand and then invoke the name of Allah while you are coming to eat. This is the advice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, but it's not only for child, for every single believer. Before you eat, use your right hand and then say Bismillah, in the name of Allah, when you are coming to start anything. This is the advice of the Holy Prophet, particularly food. So therefore, we should try from today onward, not a single one of you should sit on a table about to eat and did not invoke the name of Allah, did not say Bismillah. And always wash your hand and use your right hand. Avoid using your left hand. Unless and until there is a condition you cannot able to use your right hand. Then in that aspect you are allowed. On that condition you are allowed to use your left hand. But other than that, the advice is use your right hand. There is one very important narration. The Holy Prophet met one person. He was eating with the left. The Holy Prophet asked him to use the right. He said he cannot. So, but then the way that person responded, it was in a very arrogant manner. He was saying he cannot. Not necessarily he is sick or is having a condition, but it's kind of he is not ready to do what the Holy Prophet said. He just feel like to use the left. Then the Holy Prophet said, may you not be able to. And from that day, he has never able to use his right hand for eating food. So it is very, very important. To the extent the Holy Prophet saying that may you not able to use your right hand, because he did it deliberately and he was showing some level of arrogance with regard to that advice of the Holy Prophet. So for us, therefore, we should learn a huge lesson from this. We should use the right hand while we are coming to it. And then also, there are certain circumstances in some condition one might forget, because that's why we are called insan, somebody who easily forget. Understand? So therefore, it is natural that we can sometimes forget. But then again, there is a solution given to that. For instance, you are coming to eat, you are supposed to say Bismillah, of course. But you forget, you start eating. Sometimes you might be, in fact, too much hungry that to the extent that you even forget to say Bismillah. But then the moment you remember while eating, then there is a particular dua that you should say. Who can tell me that dua? Yes. Can you tell us what you're supposed to do? So please let us listen carefully. When we are coming to eat, we should say Bismillah. Understand? Wa ala barakatillah. But when we forgot while we are eating, there is also a solution to that. What should we say, please?
Bismillah awwalahu wal akhiru.
Awwalahu wal akhiru. Or wa akhiru. Thank you very much. So, what is the translation? Kiswa, can you give us the translation, please? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
In the name of Allah, do I begin and end?
And end. In the name of Allah, do I begin and end. Thank you very much. This is what you're supposed to say. I hope from today onwards you will be able to know. If you forget to say Bismillah, oh, you start eating up to the middle, you remember, I did not say Bismillah. There is a solution. That is Bismillahi awwalahu wal akhiru wa akhiru. In the name of Allah, I begin and I end. So this is what you're supposed to say. Please try to memorize this so that you will be able to use it on any circumstances like this. So thank you very much for that. And also when we are coming to it, as I said, Can somebody help us to recite that when we are coming to it, so that our fellow viewers will able to know what we're supposed to say when we are coming to it? Yes, can we hear from Nuruddin? What should we say when we are about to eat our food? As I said, you say Bismillah, but there are other things that we need to say. Yes.
Bismillah wa ala barakatuh.
Bismillah wa ala barakatillah. In the name of Allah and His blessing. It is as a result of His blessing we are able to have this food. So therefore, we should say in the name of Allah and in His blessings. Because it is as a result of His blessing. If He did not bless you, He did not favor you, you will not able to acquire that food. And that is the source of your survival physically, right? So the other thing also, I think we learn now what to say when we are about to eat. Bismillahi wa ala barakatillah. And when we forget to say Bismillahi wa ala barakatillah, then we remember, we say Allah Bismillahi awwalahu wa akhiru, as already Isa mentioned. And then also when we are done, there should be a dua that we also need to understand, so that we should be grateful to Allah Almighty. If He give us anything important, anything that is a blessing, and whatever Allah the Almighty give us, and we ask Him about that, He give us, then that is going to be a source of blessing for us. So we should be always grateful to Allah Almighty. This is why the Holy Prophet taught us, if we are done with our eating, then we should thank Allah Almighty. How should we thank her? Please thank Him, Sister Tahira, please. Yes.
Alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amana wa sakana wa ja'alna minal muslimin.
That is it. Alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amana wa saqana wa ja'alana minal muslimin. That is, all praise belong to Allah. He or that one, or who has granted me food to eat and grant me water to drink, and He made me among those who are Muslimin. So this is the dua we should say. Bismillahi wa ala barakatillah. When you are coming to eat, when you forget Bismillahi awwaluhu wa akhiru. When you are done, Alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amani wa saqani wa ja'alani minal muslimin. This is what you supposed to say. Or Alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amana wa saqana wa ja'alana minal muslimin, if we are many. So also now we go to the next one, that is matters of dress. Also, as I said, we should always be grateful to Allah Almighty, and whatever we are doing, we should start with the name of Allah. Everything starts with what? Allah Almighty. So in dress also, we are told what to say there. So when we bought our new clothes that we have never wear, so when we are about to wear them, we should pray to Allah Almighty, so that those clothes can be a source of blessing for us, and they can fulfill their purpose of covering us. So therefore, there is a dua which I would like to Sister Tahira to read for us, so that we can able to memorize that as well. So that we can make big use of it in Tabaski, in any program that we are wearing our new clothes. We should try to say this dua. So Sister Tahira, please tell us.
عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا استجد ثوبا سماه باسمه عمامة أو قميصا أو رداء يقول اللهم لك الحمد أنت كسوتني وأسألك خيره وخير ما صنع له وأعوذ بك من شره وشر ما صنع له. Translation. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, God be pleased with him, narrates that when the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, wore a new dress, he will first mention the type of the dress it was. For instance, turban, shirt or cloak. And then he will supplicate as follows: Allah, thine is the praise. Thou hast given this to me to wear. I beg of thee the benefit that it contains, and beg thee to help me to put it to the best use for which it was made. Also, I seek thy protection against whatever harm there may be in it, against whatever harmful purpose it may have been made for. Tirmidhi.
Thank you very much. This is the dua. Allahumma laka alhamdu. Anta kasawtani wa as'aluka khayra wa khayra ma suni alahu wa a'udhu bika min sharrihi wa sarri ma suni alahu. This is the dua that we need to say when we are wearing our new clothes. Thank you very much, and you also had the translation. So please, let's try and memorize this dua so that we can use them. That is the dua when you are about to eat, the dua when you forget you used to say Bismillah, the dua when you are done eating, and the dua when you are wearing your dress. We have already talked about here. So from today on, we'll try to memorize them and make best use of them, and try to, in fact, extend them to your friends. So thank you very much. This is what time allowed us. We have come to the end of another series. By the grace of Allah Almighty, we will continue and discussing on different topics by Allah's grace. Thank you for your participation. Jazakumullah. Dear viewers, this is what time allowed us. We have come to the end of another episode, and this is the end of this series. We will be, by the grace of Allah Almighty, in the near future, starting a new series in which we will continue talking about the teaching of our beloved Master Muhammad Sallallahu, which is, of course, the teaching of Allah Almighty. I am your host, Syed Sambaso, here in MTA International Gambia Studio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.